For the second year running, scams are pulling up Singapore's crime rate. Police say around 1 in 4 scams in 2019 were scam-related. In fact, the number increased by more than 50% over the previous year. Ahmad Khan with more.
23-year-old chef, who wants to be known as Tom, received a message from a friend from his polytechnic days last month on social media platform Instagram about joining a Lazada campaign. She said he'd won $900. He gave his credit card details, but later found that $400 was missing from his account. He only realized he was scammed after he was told the Instagram account did not belong to his friend.
I think that it's quite scary, right? The thought of it is just sort of like, oh my god, it's quite close to the bone, right? The idea of someone impersonating to such an extent where even when this person was texting, the style in which the person was texting was like my friend. Like exactly like my friend, which I don't know how that would be possible.
Social media scams are one of the top 10 in Singapore. They make up almost 10% of total scams in 2019. Police say the top 3, e-commerce scams, loan scams and credit for sex scams, which make up more than half of the top 10 scams, remain a key concern. Despite the different scams, a police psychologist says scammers typically work the same way, by focusing on a victim's state of mind.
Most of the time, victims have an optimism bias, which is a cognitive bias that is very common for everyone, including myself, yourself, because we don't go around thinking that something bad is going to happen to us. We always go around thinking that everybody is more or less safe. So what happens is that scammers would use this optimism bias and various compliance techniques to elaborately groom and scam victims.
Anxious victims are then threatened to follow instructions. Once duped, many would be in denial and delay reporting the crime, and police say this is detrimental for investigations. To prevent the public from being duped, the psychologist recommends what she calls a cognitive break, which means the moment something sounds too good to be true, take a time out, evaluate the situation and think of what to do next. That includes verifying the information, like checking how legitimate the information, process and even the contact details are. The National Crime Prevention Council also stressed the key role individuals play in preventing scams and helping friends and family from being scammed.
If a call comes in asking for personal particulars, they either put down the phone or if they're inclined to give some answers, at least speak to family members who have that sense of rationality because they may not be put on the spot of panic or embarrassment at that point of time.
The council also works closely with the police to conduct anti-scam initiatives for individuals and the community.
Even after accounting for scams, police say Singapore remains one of the safest cities in the world. If we look at overall numbers, excluding scams, crime is down 4.6%, from almost 27,000 in 2018 to about 25,700 in 2019.
Well, 4 crime classes that made up overall crime also saw its numbers go down. Violent or serious property crimes dipped more than 25%. While theft and related crimes saw an 8% decrease.
In particular, those relating to motor vehicle and related thefts, as well as robbery and snatch theft related cases, registered a 35-year low in 2019.
On outrage of modesty cases, well, the number decreased by more than 5% to 1,632 cases in 2019, but police are saying that it's still a concern, and that's due to the high number of cases.
Breaking the general downward trend, the number of unlicensed money-lending-related harassment cases went up by 15%. There were 5,300 cases in 2019, up from about 4,600 in the previous year. Ariel Lim takes a closer look at these numbers.
The majority of cases last year, more than 4,200, involved harassment via electronic means, with the same 15% increase from 2018 to 2019. One counselling centre said they've seen loan sharks turning to technology to advertise loans and to harass debtors. They've also seen more cases involving borrowing from loan sharks in the past 3 years. But borrowing patterns have changed. People are now approaching fewer loan sharks and owing smaller amounts. They used to borrow 5 to 6 figure sums, but now it's in the thousands.
In the past, some of our clients had 20+ loan sharks. Now, less than 10.
Debtors are also getting younger.
Last time, more to the 40s, 50s, 60s. But right now, we're seeing quite a few cases of 20 plus, even in the early 20s.
But on the whole, the centre has seen fewer people seeking help for debt problems over the last 3 years. An organisation that doesn't deal with unlicensed money lending issues has also reported a similar decrease over the same period. Credit Counselling Singapore, which helps people restructure their debts, saw over 4,000 clients in 2017. That number went down to more than 3,200 last year. It said tightened regulations for borrowing could be a reason for that. The central bank adjusted unsecured borrowing limits from 2015. The limit was further reduced in 2017 and again last year.
So that means fewer people have got bigger debt issues, and then those people who have debt issues came forward for help. So the number of help seekers as a result kind of tapered off. Yeah. So we are seeing lesser people compared to 2015, 2016.
However, she added that the stricter rules may also mean that people may turn to other sources, such as family, friends, and even loan sharks.